Hey guys, welcome back to the officially unofficial X Rebirth Let's Play. I'm Enigmius, and today we're taking a break from the campaign to look at a couple of different things. First of all, we're going to take a look at the long-range scanning mini-game, which I've discovered is a great way to earn credits in the early game to upgrade your ship, and also we're going to be doing a comparison how the game plays with aim assist off versus how it plays with aim assist on. And this is particularly important with a controller because you don't get the option to lead targets with a controller like you would if you're playing with a keyboard and mouse. You kind of have to aim your ship in the direction that you want to shoot with aim assist off, which sometimes seems a lot like chasing your own tail. Now, I've upgraded a lot on my ship since the last episode. I have upgraded the engines. They are a little bit faster and much more maneuverable now. I've also upgraded my shields. They're a little bit more robust. And I have also upgraded the scanner that you use for this kind of activity to the police scanner, which is scan level 3. Now, if this is a cartel raid incoming mission, then we might actually start with this and do the scanning in a minute. Cartel raid incoming, difficulty hard. Sometimes we just gotta grab things as they're available.
I've planned for you. Okay, this could profit us both.
Alright, so we're gonna have some fighters incoming. And we have got aim assist turned off. I'm also using particle repeater, which is a gun that I bought since the last episode. Because it's very effective against fighters, and also because it gives you a nice indication of where your projectiles are going. So we're going to get in a little bit closer.
You're so going to pay for that.
So we got a few hits on them. You can tell they won't actually acknowledge you with, threats of you're going to pay for that or anything of the sort, unless you've actually landed a hit or two on them and gotten their attention. And then there's this guy here. But you can see we're kind of playing a silly little game of detail. And being able to aim down to a high degree. What the hell? I don't remember actually hitting him enough to make him blow up, but we made him blow up, so that was good. I find it really difficult with the sensitivity that the controller is set at to refine your aim as you need to. And I don't like the idea of turning the sensitivity down because you use that control for other things. So you can see here, we just basically chased him around and he did a little barrel roll and we missed everything. Here we've got the shotgun effect and missed with everything.
I'll be in the suit. You'll see me anytime now.
And so that's a thing. He just dropped something. Did it? I don't care. Here's another one.
Your payment is being transferred.
He's 10 kilometers out.
We really appreciate your delivery of our station from those raiders.
And we're going to shoot this guy, maybe, if we can. We would like to.
You've really made me see red.
And so, if I was using the default engines, the ones that you start the game with, this would be a much more challenging thing. I get the turning velocity now that allows me to kind of keep a bead on these guys when they're circling around me in close.
Someone get here, prepare to pick me up.
You guys may have noticed, particularly with the drone fight early on, that, things just kind of fly circles around you if you don't have the kind of turning velocity that allows you to keep up. And I'm doing not too bad keeping my guns from overheating before I actually get enough damage on this guy to kill him, because that's kind of troublesome.
You'll see me anytime now.
When you're just about to kill a guy and your guns overheat. and you have to wait for them to cool down or switch to a different kind of gun, which has completely different mechanics. Like that. There goes the gun overheating. So we switched to this gun, which is very much different, but we managed to score the kill. So that's with the aim assist off and a maneuverable
Thank
ship.
you for your assistance. Your payment is being transferred.
Saving
wasn't-
our station from those raiders was rather
Shut
heroic.
up. So it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad at all. Mostly it's just a case of the engines won the day for me on that one. So now we're just going to do a quick scan and see if we can find another cartel mission. Because if we can, then we can get the aim assist on-off thing taken care of, and then we'll just do the scanning after. Alright, so we found another one, another cartel raid incoming. These are the good ones. Quick and easy. So we're going to go back into settings, game settings, and we're going to turn aim assist with controller. As far as I know, that means that you get the aim assist if you're using the controller, and if you're using keyboard and mouse, you don't. I haven't tested. I just chose with controller because that's what I'm using. We're going to activate this mission. Accept. And we're using the red and orange pew-pew cannon so that it's almost like tracer fire. We can get an idea of where the projectiles are going. We're being directed down to this guy. So same idea. We're going to go head-to-head. We're maneuvering in. We're actually, you can see by the stars kind of streaking sideways that we're using our maneuvering thrusters to try and get a little bit ahead of him. And then when he gets to within 1 kilometer, we're just going to let fly and see how it goes. Oops. Apparently I switched to the wrong weapon. But you can see, there's your first example. Like, if it's up like this, it's not going to train the weapon on it. But if you're within a reasonable I guess, estimation of aiming at the actual target, then it will actually do a little bit of aiming for you. And the thing is, I'm not a big fan of games doing things for you. Just because it kind of defeats the purpose sometimes. It becomes less of a game that you're playing and more of a movie that's playing out in front of you. But in this case, there are literally no buttons left on the controller that would be viable to help you destroy anything. You know, you can't aim with the controller the way you would with a mouse. So the aim assist, particularly in the early game, before you're maneuverable enough to actually be able to stay on top of your targets, very, very handy thing to have. And I expect that I'll be using it most of the time unless I'm feeling like I really want a dogfight and I really want to challenge myself. Just because it's a lot less twitchy, it's a lot more fluid. And see, this is what can you imagine with no aim assist, if you miss, you hit the station, and then the people on the station get very unhappy with you because this guy is just being a dick. But this way, you can kind of motivate him to action. And he's a lot less likely to fly in such a way as to get you in trouble. See now, and you can actually see, you can almost see the threshold as he moves out of it. The projectiles kind of snap back to the middle. And we've got one more. And he's just all over, taking it from all sides. He is. And again, we stay within a reasonable kind of range, as if we were almost going to hit him, and the game takes care of the rest, which is kind of useful. I think this is the last guy down here. think. So mission complete. So you get an idea, anyways, of the difference between the two, some of the limitations of the controller, where the keyboard and mouse probably come ahead just in terms of the versatility, what you can control and how intuitively you can control it. Whereas I really, really like using the controller, the twin analog sticks, for maneuvering thrusters and pitch and yaw, because you can do some pretty fun little things. And to me, it's a little bit more intuitive than the mouse even, just because you're doing it all with just two thumbs and it just kind of comes together. It feels good. And that's enough of that. That's enough of the shooting, and that's enough violence. Let's go make some money the fun and exciting way, and that's to use long-range scanners to pick up goodies in space. So we're going to switch, first of all, we're going to switch to our mining laser. Talk about why in a minute. And then we need to switch to long-range mode. So we go to modes, long-range scan mode. That's all we need to do. From here, basically, we just hold down the button that we would normally use to fire missiles, and we want to try and let go of it when it reaches the highest pitch without going over. So let's just take a look at what happens if you go over, first of all. That's what happens. It doesn't damage anything. It doesn't hurt anything. You just didn't go crazy with it and get the ideal result. This is what happens when you do it at least semi-properly. You get that guy heading off into nowhere, and it illuminates objects by drawing a circle around them, and the general idea is the larger the circle, the closer the object. So we're pretty close to this station right now, and it's entirely possible some of the things that we're chasing around are actually going to be ship debris and junk. Like up here, it's not too often that you would get this kind of thing. So we're just going to close in on it. And you hear that bell noise, that means that there's something in view. So you've not only pinged something, but it's actually in view. If you look around, if you can't see it, it's somewhere. So if you ping it again, you'll be able to see. So in this case, this is what we're looking for. These gray rectangular cargo crates. And this is why we have the mining laser, because we want to do just a tiny bit of damage to it. And 2 pulses of the mining laser is just enough to open it up, and then we get whatever was inside. In this case, it's 142 augmented soil. So we fly into it to pick it up, and we head off in search of the next one. Now, every zone has tons of cargo crates. Whoops. Tons of cargo crates just floating in space. And you can go around and pick them up, or open them and then pick them up. You can see we're closing in on another one here. Sometimes when you shoot at them, they will just straight up explode. There's nothing in them. Other times they'll leave an empty cargo cylinder like that you can't pick up. It's not good for anything. In this case, it's 30 chipped diamonds. And a lot of times as well, they'll have contraband in them, which means you have to be a little bit careful when you're flying around stations and your ship is loaded down with contraband. You kind of want to make it a priority to find a safe place to sell off those goods. So far, all the police ever do when I'm carrying around contraband is they just kind of cluster around me and they bump me around a bit. 294 gold nuggets. That's the best. That's about 150,000 credits worth in that container right there. So apparently later areas, if the police are mad at you, they actually do send fighters after you. I've read somewhere. I can't confirm personally, but that's something to be aware of. So, I mean, that's the whole mini game, is just basically flying around to these crates. You use the scanners to find them, fly around, open them up, grab the loot, sell the loot, and make the Talati proud with all your profits. Aw, I did the wrong button again. That was 38,000 credits in that one. So, I mean, it's a very casual, very laid back, very fun and rewarding thing to do. Like I said, I've got almost 10 million credits worth of upgrades in my ship now, and well over 90% of those credits came from flying around, picking up space debris. I enjoy the hell out of it. I forgot how many hours that I've put into it. So that's definitely an activity to keep in mind, especially in the early game when credits are a little bit slow to come in. You can augment what you're doing with just a little bit of scan pulsing and pew-pew on the crates. So we're going to leave it there. Next episode, I don't know, we might continue on with the campaign. We might do some other stuff in space if I've got fun things going on. We'll just have to wait and see. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you want to know when I add the next video, the easiest way to do that is to subscribe or follow me on the Twitters at Enigmius1 or Google Plus, follow me, something. YouTube and Google Plus are just like, you know, all kinds of friendly, so that's not hard to do either. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. Take care.